they've announced they're going to buy back 100.
Ooh, welcome to Apple, Amazon, Meta earnings. This is going to be really entertaining. In addition to the entertainment, that there's this headline here on Bloomberg TV that money market funds just crossed $6 trillion in assets. This is absolutely wild, the amount of money that's in money markets. And what you have to remember is a lot of people are not going to wake up to the realization that those money market rates are going to go down until they're down. So it's going to take some weird time. You know, a lot of us who watch earnings and watch the market, we're pretty active, right? We realize what's going on with rates. Most people, it's like, oh, I can get 5% on money market. Cool, I'll put my money in there. Then, you know, watch, a year or two will go by and people will be like, oh, what? That's only 2%? Hot damn. Honey, we ought to put it into the stock market. You know, and then the market potentially is even at higher highs, you know, assuming we're not in some depth of a recession. And it just ultimately becomes somewhat ludicrous to see what could end up happening with the amount of money just in money markets. Now, of course, some of that money could go back into savings or checking. Some of it could go into bonds. So it's not like it's all fuel for equities, but there is certainly some fuel for equities inside of money market funds, especially as that risk reward becomes a little more of an obvious play. So, anywho, Amazon, Apple, Meta, those are going to be our earnings today. These are obviously pretty big. I'd also like to know what we're looking at in terms of some of those headset sales. I want to see profit margins on that. I mean, probably negative for the time being. Obviously, we're not going to throw all R&D on that, in one quarter, but we'll get to see maybe some gross margins. Who knows what they actually end up giving us on that. Amazon coming out with some kind of AI chatbot as well. Everybody's got an AI chatbot. It's kind of crazy. We've got Clorox coming out, so we'll watch Clorox as well. I think from an industrial point of view, looking at United Steel will be pretty cool. They've got that pretty sick ticker that Elon probably salivates over. That's the X ticker, so that'll be quite interesting. Anyway, Amazon is, okay, yeah, Amazon, Apple. All right, I got all of these up. And then we've also got some other notes that we're going to be watching as the news comes through. So, but yeah, this Amazon deal is apparently an Amazon artificial intelligence shopping companion to its retail store in an effort to help shoppers comparison shop and seek answers to queries. More complicated than a keyword search. Okay. A small subsect of individuals will have access to this first as they sort of test it. All right. We shall see. Then we've got, Wilson IPO'd. We're going to hop on to CNBC here for a moment so we can get this going as well. And let's see what we got. We've, timing-wise, we're looking for Amazon at 4, Apple at 4:30, so we're going to be hanging out for about 30 minutes. And then we've got Meta at 4:15, right in between. Skechers at 4:05 might be kind of interesting to take a peek at. So Skechers, take a peek at them. LPL Financial will also be reporting earnings. Mostly just people in the industry would probably care about that. It'll be really interesting to see. Anyway, all right. So let's go ahead and get the bell.
Mean for search, and the fact that they have to spend a lot is sort of seen as a net negative. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of edge here. It's good that Apple is like 7% off its high going into the number. It's better than not at this point, even if they're not going to have anything compelling to say about accelerating growth or iPhone.
We've learned our lesson too. Investors have in doubting Apple over the years, both on earnings and stock moves. Usually a ramp into the number, not so much this time. There's the bell, and it is about to get real. Can't wait. Let's send it into overtime with Morgan and John.
All right. Wait for Amazon.
Stocks bouncing back. Major indices ending near the highs after yesterday's post-Fed sell-off. That's the scorecard on Wall Street. But winners stay late for $5.5 trillion of market cap at stake in a massive hour of earnings. Welcome to Closing Bell Overtime. I'm John Fort with Morgan Brennan.
And we are just moments away from a trio of Magnificent 7 earnings. We will break down the results from Amazon, Apple, Apple and Meta as soon as they are released and get analyst and shareholder reaction as we count down to all of the earnings calls.
And let's bring in our market panel. Joining us now are Paul Hickey from Bespoke, Victoria Green from G Squared Private Wealth, Dan Ives from Wedbush, and our own Mike Santoli, CNBC senior markets commentator. Dan Ives, you just sat down, so I'm going to hit you right off the top because
Amazon beats 13.21 operating income estimate 1049, operating margin beats 7.8 versus 6.17, net sales comp excluding FX 13% versus 11.8. This is a pretty big beat. Guide low though. Q1 net sales miss on Q1 net sales. Let me try to get the midpoint on that. That looks like, oh boy, that's a midpoint of 5.5. 5.5 divided by 2 is 2.75. 138 plus 2.75. 140.75. So that's 140.75 billion net sales versus the estimate of 142.01 bill for Q1. That's a miss. However, again, they did beat in Q4. Q4 Op Inc. 13.21 bill versus the 10.49 bill expected. That's a really nice beat. I mean, you're talking about 20-something% of a beat here. 13.21 divided by 10.49. We're looking at a 26% beat. 26% beat. And then I want to look at that op margin. Q4 op margin comes in 7.8% again versus the 6.17 estimate. EPS comes in at $1 for Q4, $1 EPS versus the 78 expected, 78 cents that is. And then we have net sales coming in, a teeny miss, 24.20 bill versus 24.22 bill expected. That's tiny though, that doesn't so much matter. I think that forecast came in a little low. And then Q4 North American sales, 105.51 billion versus the estimate of 102.88 billion. So definitely a beat on North America, beat on operating margin, beat on EPS. Forecast pretty dang close. Honestly, this is, it seems, the forecast is probably the most concerning part for people, I think. Forecasts are really just the tool for people thinking, okay, how much more can you kind of speculate? But we'll see how much the market cares about that. So, well, there you have it. You can see it's up. Yeah, look at that. Amazon up actually on that news, 4.5% on those earnings. And again, that was a miss on the forecast. Forecast. Q1 forecast. And then we have, let's get some other numbers here. We're waiting for a little bit more. I'm sort of live blogging these on eHack as we go. So you're welcome to stay up to date on eHack.com. So some are saying that this forecast is actually comforting to investors. I mean, the forecast is pretty close, but I just always get an update while I'm live. It's never when I'm not live. So looking here, yeah, well, okay, they're just assuming it comforts investors because the numbers are actually going up. Okay, fine. No other updates yet. Waiting for some other earnings. We don't have those just yet, but that's okay. Probably Amazon was first here. Let's look at, in the meantime, as we can, before the next slew of earnings comes out, we'll grab the Amazon Investor Relations press release. And okay, is their quarterly result even out yet? Does not appear so. That's all right. We've already gone through their docs here, or their numbers. So just waiting for their actual press release to show up. No big deal. That'll come up eventually here. So waiting now for the next set of earnings. Okay, here we go. LPL Financial client cash comes in at 48.5 billion. The estimate was 48.3, so it's a teeny beat there. New brokerage assets came in way lower than expected though, 4.2 bill versus 6.31. However, advisory assets beat 20.5 bill versus 18.5. Boy, they got a lot of money. EBITDA, adjusted EPS rather, 351 versus 336. I don't know how many people really care about LPL, but it's interesting. Okay, we're waiting for Okay, here we go. Facebook, daily active users, 2.11 billion versus the estimate of 2.07. Waiting for the numbers to actually come out, but so far that looks like a beat. And cash dividend being declared of 50 cents on Meta, stock up. Okay, so here we go. 50-cent per share cash dividend. We are looking at, again, 2.11 bill daily active users versus 2.07 bill expected. Q1 rev, here we go. Q1 forecast. Q1 forecast is, where'd it go? There it is. 34.5 to 37. Oh, that's a beat on the forecast. Holy crap. That's 2.25. That's going to put us at about 30. Okay, yeah, 2.25, 1. About 1 1/8 there. Puts us roughly around 35, a little over 35, a bit over 35 billion, 35.5 billion expected for forecast Q1 rev. The estimate was 33.64 billion, so that's a beat on the estimate. Total expenses roughly in line for forecast. Q4 EPS comes in at 5.33 versus the estimate of 4.91. That's a beat. Damn, Facebook. Ad revenue, beat. Oh, damn. Okay, Q4 rev, total Q4 rev. There we go. Total 40.11 bill versus 39.01 bill. Then we have ad rev, Q4 ad rev. So it's just specifically ad rev, which I feel like is most of their income. 38.71 bill versus the estimate of 37.81 bill. So really just beats across the board here. Wow, Reality Labs comes in with a beat. Reality Labs comes in with 1.07 bill versus the estimate of 812.6 million. So that's almost like a 20% beat there on Reality Labs. However, Reality Labs operating loss did grow. Q4 Reality Labs loss minus 4.65 bill versus negative 4.1 bill expected. Okay. Q1 forecast beat, we saw that. Reducing our current hiring underrun. Payroll to grow. Interesting. Wow, they're going to start hiring again. Reducing payroll underrun. AKA will start hiring again. Very interesting. Wow, making so much money that basically, you know, the way to take that away right there is so much income. You can pay dividends and go back to hiring despite uncertainty, right? There we go. Very, very interesting. And then Amazon also with the beat on that North American consumer. North American consumer still strong. Very impressive. Okay, it's being called a comfortable beat. This is insane. I mean, look at these moves here. 8% on Facebook, and this thing is up at all-time highs. It's at all-time highs. Now it's going to $430. Amazon, basically, I'm not sure if we're at all-time highs on Amazon. No, we're not. So 188 all-time high. I mean, we're re-approaching all-time highs here. Very impressive. Now we're waiting for Clorox, US Steel, Skechers. Skechers, 2024 sales estimate misses. So Skechers, we're looking at, this is the 2024 estimate. 2024 rev estimate, although their EPS matched for Q4, but their guide is 8.7 bill guide versus 8.93 bill expected. And then we have Q4 adjusted EPS comes in at 56 cents versus 55 cents expected. Q1 sales actually expected to be a little hotter than originally expected. It's roughly in line, actually. But the Q1 EPS forecast miss. Q1 EPS forecast miss. 1.075 versus the 123. So it looks to me like more costs and slightly less sales on Skechers. More costs, slightly fewer sales. Yeah, the stock's down on that one. No surprise. Okay, waiting for US Steel. Clorox! Wow, beat on Clorox. Holy crap, that's a big, big beat by Clorox. Let's get the numbers here. So, Clorox, we're looking at 2024 fiscal year adjusted EPS of 540 versus 455 was the estimate, so that's a pretty big beat. Q2 adjusted EPS comes in at 216 versus 109 expected. And Q2 net sales came in at 199 bill versus the 179 bill expected. Really good. Good job, Clorox. Wow. Maybe they could finally get out of their little doldrums there of post-COVID, you know, selling off there. Okay, waiting for the US Steel. We've got Facebook is now up 11.5%. Holy crap. Oh, they just boosted their buyback as well. And this is their first dividend, mind you, at Facebook. So I'm going to put the little important flag on that. First dividend. It boosts buyback by $50 billion as well. Wow, there's so much money. Buyback boost. All that gets priced in right now. Right now. Okay, there we go. Now, obviously, we've got Apple that we're waiting for, and we've got some more details coming out here. Let's see, we've got 415, it's supposed to be Meta, but they've already reported. So US Steel will come out at 415, and then we're going to wait for Apple, obviously. Meta plans to issue its first dividend in March, okay? In March. Expect regular dividends, they're saying. Wow, good for them. Struggle to get investors buy-in last time he laid out expansive long-term plan. Now as the company spends heavily on VR and artificial intelligence, the company's sweetening the bet, they're calling it. Okay. Yeah, all around good news for Meta. Yeah, Meta just absolutely crushed it. Okay, AWS. There we go. I wanted to actually see that. Amazon AWS sales. That's very good. AWS sales Q4. Q4 AWS sales. 20. Oh, it's a long expectations. 20.2. Oh, okay. Yeah. AWS. There we go. Okay, let's clean that up. So, along expectations for AWS sales. Amazon CEO touting regionalization of warehouses, which led to the fastest delivery speeds for Prime members while lowering cost to serve. Regionalization of U.S. warehouses. Lower cost to serve and faster. Okay. Facebook grew its daily average users to 2.11 bill, exceeding expectations. Yeah, growth has been flat for a while. Very cool. So good for them. Okay, all that so far is updated on ehack.com. If you want to get a summary, go to ehack.com. That's where I've just typed everything up. So in case you're wondering where it's being typed, that's where it is. Yeah, the dividend's 50 cents per share. We got the 50 bill buyback. Do I wear Skechers? I don't own Skechers. Cool. All right, good. So, $50 billion, yeah, no kidding. Salesforce responded to investor pressure on this point last year with a $20 billion share repurchase. Yeah. Shares of Facebook now up, yeah, still 11.5%. And, I mean, this is absolutely incredible. All-time high for Facebook by far. Well, this is Amazon. There's Facebook. So 384 was the previous high for Facebook, and you're now, you know, $80 above that. So really good. Really nice move here. Okay. Now we are waiting for PennyMac, adjusted pre-tax. No, don't care. Breezer Homes. Breezer Homes. They're a home builder. They just reported. Okay, let me pull them up really quick, just while we wait. Breezer. How do you spell them? Oh, Beezer. I thought there was an R in there. I don't really know much about this company, but I'm going to look at their earnings really quickly. Beezer Homes misses 77. Okay, $386 million versus 425 expected. Not a lot of estimates though. Only 2 estimates on Beezer. LPF Financial. Nobody really cares. Skechers we covered. Who cares? Okay. U.S. Steel. Clorox. We talk Clorox. Okay. Snap and Pinterest moving up after Facebook, apparently. Yeah, Snapchat's up 5. Pinterest up about 5 as well. All right, ABAC, Wabstein, you and your stupid scam fraud. Get out of here. Banned. Ooh, yeah. How is Trade Desk moving after this? That's a good point. Meta just hit a $1 trillion market cap. Is that true? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay, let's look at TDD. Trade Desk up about 3%. So a lot of sympathy movement here, but boy, man, Facebook's just going nuts. Good for them. Waiting for Apple still. Obviously, that'll be a biggie. But so far, this is good. Man, what recession. Holy crap. How efficient was the year of efficiency? Headcount fell 22% at Facebook. Holy crap. Headcount fell to 67,317, down 22% in 2023. Amazon, something's going right for the retail business, which often gets outlooked. Sales attributed to online stores rose 9% to a record $70 billion. They're doing it profitably too. Wow. Highest retail operating profit since 2019. I'll write that down. Highest retail operating profit since 2019. Good frickin' job. Wow. Okay. Apple, 12 minutes away. All right. Let's get the, I want to get the investor relations piece maybe on, let's go and jump on into Meta. Okay. Okay, while we're waiting for Apple here, we're going to jump in quickly to the Facebook numbers. See what we got on the actual docs. Remember, the full breakdown's already over at ehack.com if you want it all. Here you go. Facebook. Wow, 25% growth in revenue. How? Holy crap. Good for them. That's too big. That's what she said. Wow, look at that. That's really good. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, their revenue blew up 25% and their costs went down 8%. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, this is really good. All right, wow. Yeah, I gotta write that down over here really quickly too. That's insane. So we have year over year revenue up 25%. Year over year COGS, cost of goods sold, down 8%. Very impressive. Extremely impressive. Yeah, you can't even say like the account signups are fake at that point with that kind of growth in rev. Ad impressions and price per ad. Ad impressions increased 21%. Price per ad 2%. That's an interesting metric. I'm gonna write that down. Price per ad up 2%. Apple's not out yet. I'm watching Apple. Revenue, yeah, up nicely. Okay. Wait, where's this? Ad impression. For the full year of 2023. Wait a sec. In the fourth quarter. Okay, so that's Q4 to Q4. Q4 versus Q4. However, price per ad 2023 versus 2022 was down 9%. That's interesting. So price per ads actually came down, but started rising again at the end of the year, basically. Restructuring charges, CapEx, share repurchases. They bought $20 billion of Class A common stock in 2023. That's how much almost Elon sold alone in 2022 of Tesla. Bought back 20.3 in the year. In 2023. Okay. Okay. Then we've got long-term debt, 18.3 bill. There's the head count, 22% decrease. Absolutely wild on that decrease, by the way. There's the cash dividend, 50 cents per share. Payable March 26th. I'll write that down. Payable on March 26th, 2024. As of record date Feb 22, 2024. So you have to have settled shares by the end of the day on the 22nd. Again, all at ehack.com if you want to catch up with everything we've covered so far. Literally, you can listen to me while you're doing it. Just put me in picture-in-picture. Go to ehack.com and look. There aren't even any ads on ehack. Doesn't make any difference to me. Just trying to provide value to people. And it's also nice for me to collect it all in one place because there's so much info. Greater efficiency, data center initiatives, layoffs, bloody, bloody, bloody. Okay. What else? Okay, come on. There we go. We expect higher infrastructure costs this year given our increased capital investments. Yeah. More AI chips, baby. Operating losses at Reality Labs to increase. Okay, let's write that down. That's honestly like more NVIDIA. More losses and CapEx expected. NVIDIA boon. Write that down as a question mark. Okay. Apple's not out yet. Nope, we're waiting for Apple. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Okay, yeah, there's Amazon's. I finally have Amazon's. Their website didn't update right away. But we're going to wait for Apple first now. Trade Desk's now up 3%. Pinterest is up 4.6. Meta's up 12.2. Amazon's up 6. We anticipate CapEx to be in the range of 30 to 37 billion, 2 billion. They're spending so much freaking money. It's just wild. Okay. We expect growth will be driven by our investments in the servers, including both AI and non-AI. Okay, and non-AI is actually good for super microcomputer as well, right? AI, Meta clarifies AI and non-AI. AI hardware and data centers. So that would also, I'm just going to put a little note there, also helps. Also likely helps SCMI then. Okay. Wait, Super Microcomputer is SMCI. There we go. And they're like at all-time highs too. It's crazy. Okay, mid-teens for the tax rate, not providing guidance beyond 2024, webcast. Good. Okay, so let's write down quickly. That was the Meta Q4 2023 earnings release. Safe. Good. Waiting still for Apple. That'll be out in just a moment. Meta's good. I have Amazon's press release here, and they technically call it their... Oh, okay, yeah, there's their Q4 as well. Okay, good. I know Apple uses a funky little shift there. Again, if you have not yet gone to ehack.com to watch, updating it all over on ehack.com just to make it easier for y'all to see and get all of the latest updates. Here's an example of what it looks like. So we got Amazon, Meta, Apple obviously blank because we're waiting for it, Clorox, Skechers. Then we've got some information on Japan over here, politics, Israel, crypto, lot of cool updates over here, so you're welcome to check that out. Yeah, some people are getting mad at me for my Israel video, but I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to do some neutral coverage here. Oh, gotta chill, man. Oh, please. Politics does that, though. You know, people get a little fussy in politics sometimes. That's all right. So, still waiting for Apple. Apple's supposed to be out within 3 minutes. So, in the meantime, we'll look at Amazon really quickly. And we have, and then I want to see also, I'm going to set up what happens with Apple stock so I can see what happens right away when it happens. Apple's up about 62 bips going into earnings here. Okay, net sales increased 14% at Amazon in the fourth quarter. Year-over-year changes in FX, North America, sales. Yeah, as the dollar goes down, right? That's the thing. The more the dollar goes down, the more this might happen. So I'm going to write that. The more the dollar falls, the better earnings can be for companies with international exposure. Right? Remember when they were all taking the FX hits? Boom. Okay, North America segment sales, 13%. Year over year, international 17%. AWS 13. Oh, no. Okay. I thought it was coming out. Not yet. International North American operating income, $6.5 billion. Wow, nice. AWS operating income was 7.2. That's an explosion there in Q4. That's wild. We'll write that down. Q4 AWS. So they're actually making money off these servers. Q4 AWS, 7.2 billion in operating income versus 5.2 billion in Q4 2022, which is 7.2 divided by 5.2. 38.4% growth. Wow. AWS just freaking kick butt. Okay. Net income increase, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de. Operating free cash flow, 84, well, it's not free cash flow, $84 billion of free cash flow, free cash flow in the trailing 12 was, holy crap, 36.8 billion in free cash flow in 2023 versus 11.6 in 2022. Wow. It's so much money. They're just printing money. Record-breaking holiday season. Oh my gosh. Okay. Advertising services continue to improve and drive positive results. New businesses are progressing nicely. Okay, Apple, Greater China, 20.82 versus 23. Big miss in China. iPhone revenue, 69.7 beats. iPhone revenue beats. Wow, that's crazy. iPad revenue, close to estimate, but slight miss. EPS comes in at 218. It's a beat versus 211. Revenue total, 119.58 billion versus the 117 expected. So Apple, that's a beat. Rev, they call it Q1, right? Q1 rev versus 117.97 bill. We've got services actually missed. Q1 was, let's see, total rev. There we go. Service rev. Let's write that down correctly. We've got 23.12 billion versus the 23.37 estimate. Okay, then we've got Q1 product revenue. Comes in at 9646 billion versus the estimate of 9514. Then we have EPS. Again, we've got the beat for Q1. Q1 EPS beats 218 versus the 211 on EPS. We've got Q1 iPad comes in at 7.02 billion versus 7.06 billion. iPhone revenue, Q1 iPhone, it's actually kind of crazy. The beat 6.0 billion versus the, where is it? Where's iPhone? Right there, 68.55 bill est. Okay, est. Apple now down a little bit there. Why? Okay, Q1 Greater China is 20.82 billion versus 23.5 billion estimate. Wearables, Q1 wearables come in at 11.95 versus 12.02 billion on the estimate. Okay. All right. So broadly a beat there at Apple, but the stock market doesn't seem to care so much about them. Okay. Yeah, stock's down about 60 basis points on Apple. Not like a horrible bad movement. Meta's up 14%, by the way. Snap's up 6, Pins 4.5, Trade Desk 3.5. So let's keep going with some of these numbers here on Amazon quickly, and then we'll jump into the Apple one. So, yeah, Apple falls on the China miss. Delivering rapid clip, a lot to be excited about. Record-breaking Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that's crazy. 1 billion items during the 11 days of deals on, Black Friday, Cyber era. Black Friday, 11 days of sales. 1 billion items sold. Holy crap. Strategic partnership with Hyundai for Hyundai's digital transition, Alexa experience. I thought they killed that department. Prime healthcare from their Prime membership. Ad for $9. Amazon Fresh deliveries. Fine. This is all sort of just bragging. Amazon Prime Air drone deliveries will expand to Italy, UK, additional locations in the US in late 2024. 16 movies released. Expanded Prime Video. New commitments and partnerships. Salesforce runs on AWS. Oh, look at that. It's good bragging. Good bragging rights right there. Okay. Let's get a little more. BYD selected AWS as its cloud provider. Okay. Launched several new AI innovations to help customers shop, fashion, AI machine learning. Announced Rufus. AI provided a conversational shopping experience. Lots of AI here. Holy smokes. Generative AI solution for lifestyle imagery. Rufus launched in a beta and will progressively roll out in the coming weeks. Okay, let's write that down really quick. Rufus AI bot to roll out in coming weeks. Okay. Next generation AWS chips optimized for the cloud. Graviton 4 chips. Okay. Titanium chips, faster for ML. Lots of chip making here. Okay, NVIDIA and AWS are collaborating on Project SIBA for the world's fastest GPU-powered AI supercomputer. Wow. Amazon and NVIDIA partnership on world's fastest GPU-powered AI supercomputer. Okay. Let's see here. More AI. New robotics system. Look at that. Launched Sequoia, a new robotic system that allows Amazon to identify and store inventory up to 75% faster. Robots are taking over the world. Full vehicle inspection of analyzing anomalies in Amazon delivery vans. Wow. So they're using using AI to inspect Amazon trucks to determine issues with tires and body issues. That's wild. Good for them. Very, very cool. Let's see what else we have here. Forecast. We've already gone through that. Okay, good. Now we're going to do the Apple one really quickly. Okay. So Apple's down actually on this. Down about 2.2% thanks to China. Apple Investor Relations. Remember, if you don't already come to the Market Open live streams, I do those every day the market is open on this channel, so you're welcome to join those. I usually start at 5:25 in the morning. And then if you'd like to be part of the course member live streams, make sure you join those as well. You can do that by joining any of the courses linked down below. Okay, let's get into Apple quickly. Oh, it's Celebration. It's 13:37, by the way. Okay. Apple. Here's Apple's. Standby. Okay, come on. Still loading. Okay, take a second on Apple. Look at the sticks for a moment while we restart that. There we go. Sticks. Apple down 2.6. Trade Desk up 281. Pins up 381. Snap up 586. Meta up 14% at 450. Amazon up 6% at 169. Google at 22 basis points. Tesla stock. What else? MasterCard, FICO. NASDAQ up 0.82 on this. Bitcoin's at 43. Microsoft up 0.5%. 1.4 on AMD. 88 bips on NVIDIA. Volatility index down on the day. They don't operate after hours, obviously. Wow. Cloudflare's up about 1% in afters. Okay. Waiting for my Apple earnings to show up. Apple. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Okay, there we go. I was about to give up. Okay, Apple. Today, Apple, blah, blah, blah. Installed base of active devices sits at 2.2 billion. What? How's that possible? Jeez, Lord. 2.2 billion active devices. I guess it is possible. Apple Vision Pro tomorrow. 40 billion of operating cash flow. 27 billion returned to the shareholders. Cash dividend of 24 cents. Ha! Losers. Facebook's doing twice that. Okay. Not much in there. Let me see if I can get their financials. Yeah, I got them. Oh, but they don't want to load. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ooh, look at that margin contraction. Yeah, there's some margin contraction there. Hold on a sec. So margin was 21.5%. 21.5. Boom, boom. Now cost of goods sold 23.9. Okay, so that means gross margin. Oh, sorry, I'm totally writing this wrong. This is services down here. Sorry. No, I'm totally writing this wrong. Idiot. My bad. Okay, there we go. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to see product margins. You start reading too many of these, it all blends together. Okay, 6765 divided by 96388. There we go. That looks more appropriate. Okay, 63% COGS. And now we're going to do this right. 58440 divided by 96458. 60.6. Oh, look at that. That's actually a nice improvement. Oh, that's very nice, actually. Okay, and then I'm going to go 6280 divided by 23117. That puts me at 27.1. 27.1. And this one is 6057 divided by 27.7. 29.1. Whoa. Holy smokes. Look at that margin expansion. Okay, so for Apple, services margin to 78.9% from 70.9%. Wow. Wow. They're making even more money off that. And that product margin went to, I just have to do the inverse here. 39.4% from 37%. Wow. Also wow. Very, very, very good. Increasing margin there. SG&A barely moved. R&D flat at Apple. I'll write that down. R&D flat. Okay. Then, yeah, Apple down 1.8. Okay, let's keep going here. Net sales by region. Europe actually popped up nicely. Look at that. So America, and this is the year-over-year comp, right? Yeah, year-over-year 3 months. So 50,430 divided by 49,278. That's 2.3% growth in America. That's basically inflation. 9.8% in Europe. China down. Yeah, man, they're in recession. That's minus 12.1% year over year. Japan's actually up nicely. It's all that money printing, 14.9%. iPhone sales up year over year. iPad sales plummet year over year. Oh, wow. That's like a 25.2% decline. Wearables also decline. Yeah, that's about an 11.3% decline. Services up. That's like 15%. Oh, nope. 11.3. And then Mac is like flat. So I'll just put a line there. And then 69,702 divided by 65,775. 5.97. So let's just call it 6%. I don't even need to look at Apple's balance sheet. I'm just not even going to waste my time. Free cash flow. Oh, it's massive. 37 billion here. That's amazing. Yep. These are very good numbers. Let's write those down on eHack quickly. So, very, very good. R&D flat. Let's write this down again. So we had America up 2.3%. I'll call this Apple segments. We'll call it Apple segments. Americas up 2.3%. Europe up 9.8%. China down 12.1%. And these are all year over year for Q4. For calendar Q4. So they use a funky freaking calendar. I hate that. Japan up 14.4%. And then iPhone up 6%. Mac flat. iPad minus 25.2%. That's insane. Wearables minus. Yeah, this is not the best earnings report. I mean, Facebook's was so much cleaner. Services 11.3%. Down. Up. Yeah. So big butt kick there by Meta. Okay, let me see what else the suits are saying. Tim Cook attributing growth to iPhone and services. Excited about Vision Pro, but don't expect revenue to meaningfully hit Apple for a while. Let me see what they're saying here. Vision Pro not expected to meaningfully impact revenue anytime soon. Okay. Yeah, Apple investors pissed off about China. I mean, that's not a surprise. Newfound weakness of China. Marketing spend at Amazon basically flat. It's interesting. Marketing spend roughly flat. Yeah. This is really impressive, y'all. All right, let's quickly let's see what people are talking. I'm not sitting through the earnings calls. I got so much crap to do. And besides, I'd have to pick. I'll just read the. Frankly, like you sit there for an hour listening to the earnings call, just read the freaking transcript. It's so much easier. I know if you're like all in on a company, really excited, it's fine too. You know, there's a lot of attention for like the Google earnings call or maybe Apple, but I'm just gonna read it. Sorry. Let's see. Did I pick up the Apple Vision Pro? It comes tomorrow. I'll let you know how that goes. That should be entertaining. Any other last minute questions here? You know what? While you all type some questions, if you want to type some questions. Even though I'm a licensed financial advisor, real estate broker, and becoming a stockbroker, this video is neither personalized financial advice nor real estate advice for you. It is not tax, legal, or otherwise personalized advice tailored to you. This video provides generalized perspective, information, and commentary. Any third-party content I show should not be deemed endorsed by me. This video is not and shall never be deemed reasonably sufficient information for the purpose of evaluating a security or investment decision. Any links or promoted products are either paid affiliations or products or services which we may benefit from. I personally operate and actively manage ETF and hold long positions in various securities, potentially including those mentioned in this video. However, I have no relationship to any issuers other than HouseHack, nor am I presently acting as a market maker. Nice. Yeah, AMD running in the after hours is probably just because of the infrastructure spending you're getting from Facebook and Amazon. I mean, both of them are basically freaking out with how much money to spend in CapEx. Like, how much money should we spend? Yes, is the answer. Apple down on the China disappointment. And I mean, look, somebody here says, can Meta keep it going? There was nothing in that earnings report to tell you that they can't keep it going. I don't know if the stock price keeps going, but there's nothing in that report that says they can't. So good for Meta. And honestly, they wouldn't be paying a dividend if they thought they were going to miss next quarter, in my opinion. They're already a month into this quarter, right? So I don't know. And since y'all so level-headed, could I invite you to go watch my Israel video? Let me know in the comments. Was I too biased? Was I unbiased? Do you like that kind of content? Help me out. Go to the main channel. Just type in Meet Kevin, Israel. It'll pop right up. It's got the blue background. Help me out. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow for the